Thank you, Raghu, for a very nice introduction. I want to thank TANTEX for giving me this opportunity to meet all of you, particularly in a weekday, working day. All of you are able to come here and spare your valuable time with us. Particularly for me, it's a big plus because I came on a family vacation. My daughter and my grandson, they are not liking me to go around and meet a lot of business people and all that this thing. So, in fact, they have been complaining that I am doing injustice for the family vacation. But still, I thought, having come so far, I wanted to meet some of our friends and share some of my thoughts, so that together we all can do something good for the country. Telugu is okay, or there are some people who can't understand. We have to make them understand Telugu, including my friends Sanjeev and Janardhan.
Feel free to talk in Telugu, it's okay. I cannot, but you can, so you talk in Telugu, it's okay.
ఈరోజు అంటే నేను చాలా సంవత్సరాల నుంచి గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియాలో పనిచేశాను. చాలా గవర్నమెంట్స్ చూశాను, అట్ ది నేషనల్ లెవెల్, అట్ ఆల్సో అట్ ది స్టేట్ లెవెల్. నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ గవర్నమెంటే కాకుండా కర్ణాటక గవర్నమెంట్, తర్వాత తమిళనాడు గవర్నమెంట్, ఇవన్నీ ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ 30-40 years of experience I have seen all these governments. But today we are in a golden period. ఎందుకు గోల్డెన్ పీరియడ్ అంటున్నానంటే, we have stable government at the center. Not only having the stable government ఒకటే కాదు, the leadership, what kind of leader that we have, who is running this great country. In fact, ఇదివరకు మన ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ ఎవరు అంటే తల ఉంచుకోవాల్సిన పరిస్థితి. అంటే ఆయన రెండు ముక్కలు మాట్లాడితే కూడా వినేదానికి ఎవరు, they were not ready to even spare their time to listen to our previous prime minister. అలాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్ నుంచి now we have a great leader in the form of Sri Narendra Modi ji. The way he talks, the way he acts, the way he strategizes. మీరు చూసే ఉంటారు, ఆయన ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ అయిన తర్వాత ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడడం లేదు, అంతా చేస్తున్నాడు. నేపాల్కి వెళ్ళాడు, భూటాన్కి వెళ్ళాడు. He is taking care of some of the country's most important things. Strategically, they are very, very important to take care of the borders. And he invited all the border countries for the swearing-in ceremony. I think we have a great leader in him, and he has demonstrated his industry-friendly, investment-friendly approach when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. గుజరాత్లో మన ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ రాష్ట్రంతో కంపేర్ చేస్తే అంత పెద్ద ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఏం లేదు. అయినా కూడా బికాస్ ఆఫ్ హిజ్ గ్రేట్ క్యాపబిలిటీస్ he was able to attract Tatas, he was able to attract many companies, and the kind of systems that is developed in Gujarat is amazing. Across the table, any approvals, I mean all the secretaries will be there, and it's a true single window kind of mechanism is already demonstrated. He always keeps talking about less government and more governance, and that he is implementing. ఎందుకంటే నేను just 1 month kritam as a FICCI co-chairman, I happened to be on the dais along with additional secretary from the Prime Minister's office, and they launched a portal. The project monitoring కోసం అని చెప్పేసి ఒక పోర్టల్ లాంచ్ చేశారు. And he was telling, though this tool was available in the previous government, they never used it. The same tool which was developed by NIC, the moment Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister, they are effectively using, and he was demonstrating, I don't carry any of the files, papers in our office. All the projects which are more than 1,000 crores, I'm able to see where the project is stuck, whether it's stuck at Environment Ministry or Finance Ministry or Revenue Ministry or particular state government, this thing, and accordingly he is able to put pressure on those secretaries or ministries, see that those files are clear. And also he was telling one more very important observation. Even the concerned secretaries, they don't want to see that because of their delay, because the whole information will get flashed on the systems. Even the Prime Minister is watching. Why, after so many days, this file has not been cleared by XYZ Secretary or XYZ Ministry. And he was telling within 2 months, 5.6 lakh crore worth investments were cleared because of that project monitoring portal, which was unutilized previously. The same tool was available, but it was not been put to use. And that is a kind of walking the talk. Now he is not talking much. Before elections he was talking, but now he is walking. That's one greatest thing which I think we should take as business people. We should take advantage of the current situation in the country. And coming to the states of new states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, this is my personal feeling. ఇదివరకు రోజుల్లో మనం అంతా కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ అంతా హైదరాబాద్ మీద పెట్టేవాళ్ళం. మిగతా సిటీస్ ఉన్నాయా, వరంగల్ అనే ప్రాంతం ఉందా, లేకుంటే విజయవాడ అనే సిటీ ఉందా, వైజాగ్ అనే సిటీ ఉందా, ఇవన్నీ మనం ఎంతసేపు ఒకే సిటీ మీద కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయడం వల్ల మిగతా డెవలప్మెంట్ ఏం కాలేదు. Somehow I feel this is a blessing in disguise what happened. See, because of this situation, in fact, for business people ki epudaithe crisis untundo appude business people opportunities vastayi. Now there is a crisis kind of a thing, particularly in the state of Andhra Pradesh. They don't have revenues, they don't have capital city, they don't have any infrastructure, they don't have job opportunities. So under the crisis moment, everybody is thinking, what is that I can do for the state? How do I create jobs there? How do I bring the investments? The cities which were there earlier by Visakhapatnam, in fact, when I was STP director, I wanted to develop the Visakhapatnam. That time Visakhapatnam was not having the high-speed communication links. We set up under the STPA scheme dedicated satellite earth station. But afterwards I took voluntary retirement, joining my friend Sanjeev Kumar in the business called Portal Player. But they did not market it. They did not do any marketing for Visakhapatnam or Vijayawada. Unfortunately, see Hyderabad, how Hyderabad became today one of the, in fact, in the country, the number 2 city as far as IT exports is concerned after Bangalore. It was nowhere when I started Software Technology Park in '89. It was nowhere in the scene. It happened. How it happened? Because I have seen personally. నేను 89లో హైదరాబాద్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అక్కడ నాట్ ఈవెన్ గాట్ మెన్షనింగ్ కంపెనీ, సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీస్ వర్ దేర్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్. అప్పుడు కాంగ్రెస్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఉండేది. నెదురుమల్లి జనార్దన్ రెడ్డి గారు చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్గా ఉండేవారు. వారి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి, సార్ ఇది ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీ మనం ప్రమోట్ చేస్తే మనం చాలామంది మన స్టూడెంట్స్ మన రాష్ట్రం నుంచి వేరే చోట్ల వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. మనం వై డోంట్ వి క్రియేట్ దోస్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ for our students in Hyderabad? We have all the potential. They were not able to understand the potential. నేను 2.5 సంవత్సరం కష్టపడితే నాకు 10 acres ల్యాండ్ మాధాపూర్లో ఇచ్చారు. దట్ వాజ్ ది ఓన్లీ థింగ్ ఐ కుడ్ అచీవ్ డ్యూరింగ్ దట్ టైమ్. బట్ ద మూమెంట్ Chandra Babu Naidu became the chief minister of the state, in fact, the way he used to give the time, because he realized the potential of creating the jobs, creating the wealth, creating the entire economy out of the IT industry. He is a great visionary. And today, the kind of marketing what he has done for Hyderabad, all these companies, whether it's Microsoft or any multinational company or Indian multinational companies, they all went to Hyderabad, whether a visit of Bill Gates or visit of Bill Clinton, all happened because of one gentleman who was the chief marketing officer for Hyderabad. And that did not happen for Visakhapatnam. Though Visakhapatnam also had got the potential, it has got a satellite earth station, it has got all the STPA, this thing, why it did not pick up? So, what I see is, why I am telling you that this is a blessing in disguise. Now all the concentration, now everybody is thinking that this thing, yes, we have done some mistakes. In the past when we concentrated on only one city, now there is an opportunity we should never do the same kind of this thing. Now I'm sure with the current stability of the political government at the center, at the both states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, definitely all the cities, whether it's Tirupati or Kurnool or Vijayawada, Guntur, Visakhapatnam, all the cities are going to be developed. I'm a firm believer in that this thing, because everybody is working towards making that happen. Whatever happened earlier days when Hyderabad there was nothing, and we made Hyderabad number 2 in the country, and probably with the kind of infrastructure Hyderabad has got, definitely in the next 10 years it may become one or two number 2 or number 3 cities in Asia. That is the kind of potential that Hyderabad has got, because kind of a weather, kind of infrastructure, kind of quality of institutions. It's education capital of the country. You name any top-notch institution, they're all there. For knowledge industry, that is the what is required. And same potential is there in other places, but somebody has to market those things, somebody has to work for those things. And I think it's a great opportunity, particularly people who are from Telangana state as well as Andhra Pradesh state. ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి మాతృభూమి మీద తర్వాత సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ ఫ్రమ్ అనంతపూర్, I should do something for my village or for my district. There is nothing wrong in it. If I am from Andhra Pradesh state, I should do something for Andhra Pradesh state. If I am from Telangana state, I should do something for Telangana state. అట్లని చెప్పేసి మనలో అనేవాసి I am from Telangana, I am from this thing. I mean, we are not India Pakistan kind of a situation. But I noticed in some countries recently when I visited South Africa, this is the kind of sentiment I noticed. This is not good for professionals, because business doesn't have borders, political borders. If there is opportunity in Pakistan or Afghanistan, we go there and set up. For example, all of you are here. It's not for love for America. You are all here, right? You came here for business prospects. Wherever there is business opportunities are there, business people will go there and set up their this thing. That is the kind of approach that we should have. We should never think that I am doing injustice if I do something in Andhra Pradesh or something in Hyderabad. Every place is our place, and we should develop all those places. I think opportunities are plenty. The one thing what I want to tell the people over here, in India now they are talking about the digital, because most of you are from the information technology industry. They are talking about digital India. The kind of bandwidth is going to be available in the country. Terabits of bandwidth is going to be available in every nook and corner. Plus they are talking about smart cities, 100 smart cities. Recently when the country manager from IBM, he came to me that, sir, can you make an introduction to Mr. Chandra Babu Naidu, because IBM is doing a lot of technologies in the smart city area, and we want to develop, we want to take advantage of that thing. So there is an opportunity that India can in fact create the state of the art cities, smart cities, with our kind of the manpower, whether electronics or software. We have a lot of people who have great architects sitting in India. All the MNCs, whether Microsoft or Google, there's a lot of R&D things are happening there in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and these places. A lot of complicated chips. For example, the portal player, this thing, when me and Sanjeev Kumar, this thing, main unit was in Hyderabad. We designed the core chip of the Apple iPod from Hyderabad. So that is the kind of capabilities that we have, and definitely we should take advantage of the 100 smart cities coming in the country. And definitely I feel that this is and another very, very important thing which is happening in the country is, all these years we are focusing on services, services, services and services. There is a big shift from services in the country today. 10,000 crores have been allocated for helping the startup companies, helping the SME companies, technology companies by Government of India. And every state, Telangana already announced that they want to have a biggest incubation facility around IIIT Hyderabad, and already they have association with ISB and IIT Hyderabad, and all that is happening. Enabling ecosystem is already being created. There is Hyderabad Angels and incubation facilities, and also there is a huge market in India for any products which can be developed. I think we should think of creating the next Googles or next Microsoft in India, because we have manpower, we have huge population, 1.3 billion population. That kind of markets are available nowhere in the world. I mean, this kind of markets are there. There are 500 million smartphones are being used in India at this point of time. So electronic manufacturing, another big advantage. Food processing is a big advantage, this thing. All the electronics which is going to the healthcare, I see a lot of startup companies are coming up in the healthcare area in Bangalore and Hyderabad also. The medical electronics is going to be another big opportunity. I think opportunities are going to be plenty. Even in the state of Andhra Pradesh, they are talking about Swarna Andhra Pradesh is a new concept of enabling the ecosystem where all the incubation labs and also connectivity to the mentors and also funding for those companies who are going to be set up in those incubation facilities. I think that is going to be the next wave in India, particularly as far as IT is concerned. Already there are some success stories in the software area, in the electronics area is already happening. I think that this wave we have to catch. This is a new wave, which is the products and IP development. I think that's where I think we need to leapfrog into that this thing, and a lot of opportunities are going to be in those areas. I am very bullish on agriculture and food processing. Recently, when I met one gentleman from Chandigarh, he wanted to acquire my lands which are there in Madhapur. He's already got thousands of acres and he is exporting all the organic foods to United States. And he says it's a great potential in agriculture. He is very, very bullish on this particular segment within India and outside the India on organic foods and food processing area. I think this was neglected earlier. This is a great opportunity in that organic and agri and food processing area. In coming to Andhra Pradesh state, we have 900 kilometers of coastline. There is a possibility to create mini Goas for tourism, for resorts. Though some beaches are not safe beaches, I was told that they are coming out with some innovative plan to have some kind of a barricade and fill up some this thing so that to make them safer this thing and create the resorts kind of a thing. If that happens, I think tourism also can create a lot of job opportunities and a lot of visibility. The tourism has actually increased of late in India. Earlier, the Indian citizens were not visiting many tourist locations. Today, thanks to again IT industry, that has picked up like anything. So there are domestic tourists and also international tourists. That's going to be another big opportunity. I think opportunities are going to be plenty. I request all of you to look at how do we create jobs in India, because in India, our resources, natural resources are coming down. Land resources, the water resources, whereas population is going up. The only way India can survive is continuously keep increasing the job opportunities. If you are able to increase the job opportunities, then only India can survive. The moment employment engine stops, it will be a chaotic situation. No military can control, no police can control. In fact, I remember those days, even when we studied in IITs, there is no job guarantee in the country. There are no jobs at all. Today, there are a lot of jobs, whether he is a BTech or BSc or BCom or a lot of job opportunities are there, and this has to be continued. The moment we stop, then it will be a big problem for the country. Not like America or Australia or Canada, where they have a lot of resources, land resources, water resources. We don't have any of those resources. So my only request to all of you, you are all capable of bringing the investments, bringing the jobs. That's the service. Others cannot do it. Only people who are sitting, people like you, who are sitting here, we are capable of convincing the companies who are here who wants to expand in India, or you yourself want to start some companies over there. Keep on creating the job opportunities. When you create jobs for 100 people, 100 families are directly you are benefiting. You need not have to go to Tirupati temple to pray Lord Venkateshwara. So because that is the kind of punya that you are going to get if you create the jobs in India. So my sincere request to all of you, leave all the this thing, whether I am from Andhra Pradesh, or I am from Hyderabad, or Telangana, or all those differences we should not have. I am Indian, I can contribute, this is the need of the hour, and we have to come forward, and the teamwork is very important. For example, he comes from Uttar Pradesh, I am from Andhra Pradesh, we joined together and created the world's greatest product, Apple iPod chip was ours. So if I think that I should only work with a Hyderabadi guy or Andhra guy, I don't think the things can happen. So with this, I once again thank Raghu, Ashok and Thodakur Prasad Garu. In fact, he is doing a wonderful project. Lot of people in India, Gandhi ante evarante ఏదో పేరు చెప్తారు, మహాత్మా గాంధీ పేరు తప్ప. I don't want to mention those things, but it is true. Young people, they don't know what are the contribution made by Mahatma Gandhi ji, and he has taken such a wonderful project. I think all of you should give him a big clap of applause for that. We should remember history is very important. Always we should tell our children about history, how people contributed, how people sacrificed. మన రఘు గారు నన్ను అడిగినప్పుడు, హైదరాబాద్లో చాలామందికి ఈ మధ్య ఉద్యోగాలు వచ్చి అమెరికా వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి హైదరాబాద్ హైటెక్ సిటీ ఎట్లా వచ్చింది వాళ్ళకి ఎవరికి తెలియదు. బట్ దే షుడ్ నో వాట్ ఆల్ హ్యాపెన్. ఇట్ వాస్ నాట్ క్రియేటెడ్ విత్ మంత్రదండ సంథింగ్, లేదా టామ్ పట్ అంటే రాలేదు. లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎఫర్ట్స్ హ్యావ్ గాన్ ఇన్. దట్ పీపుల్ షుడ్ నో, దట్ పీపుల్ షుడ్ రికగ్నైజ్. ది సేమ్ థింగ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ హీ ఈస్ డూయింగ్. మహాత్మా గాంధీ గురించి చాలామంది పిల్లలు సరిగా అర్థం కావట్లేదు. వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎఫర్ట్ దట్ హీ హెస్ పుట్ ఇన్, హౌ హీ బ్రాట్ ది ఇండిపెండెన్స్, what kind of sacrifices this thing. I think every Indian should do something in that direction. There only there will be values, and we have to maintain that heritage and this thing. With this, I once again thank Raghu and TANTEX executive team for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts. Thank you.